Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? Can we not act like Eric Billinger? Or is it Billinger? I don't want to say his name wrong, but I think it's Billinger. I love him. I'm feeling it. Mm, mm, mm. Yes. Hey, ladies. Welcome to the Queen's Corner podcast. And I am your host, Shanelle Sara'Nita, your good girlfriend. I thank you all for showing up for me once again, showing up for us. We're showing up for each other. This is an experience. And during this experience, I want you to delve deep into your better, most highest self. That's what we're doing together. And I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I'm excited for us to all become our highest selves. And during this journey of our healing, we are going to heal from our past and we are thriving in our future. That's what's happening. So I was going to show y'all my haircut today. I probably will. I just got my haircut today. It's been a moment. It's been some time. I was allowing my hair to grow out. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was definitely lightening my hair way too much. So I was like, okay, let me just cut it off and start over and see what happened from there. And I'm loving my haircut. I mean, it's all gone. It's always been like all gone, but right now it's not platinum. It's not like light blonde like it always is. I'm going to do that probably tonight, to be honest. Um, but I don't know. I feel like I'm liking what's happening right now a little bit. I don't know. I feel like I like it a little bit. I'm gonna bring this down just a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Just touch y'all. I'm sorry. um, so first and foremost, I want to say thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. I have been. This is my check-in. I have been pretty busy. I'm in classes right now, and I wanted to take some finance classes, and so that's what I'm doing at the moment. And I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm gonna be honest. I decided that I just wanted to take a pivot in some spaces in my life, and I'm still going after my dreams, but I don't know. Over the years, I felt like I have felt some insecurities within myself because there's so many things that I still wanted to learn and I still wanted to finish up that I haven't finished up. Like I want to go and I want to get my bachelor's. I had an issue years ago in 2009 in school where they would not allow me to finish getting my bachelor's degree. And I just got my transcript back this year. And I'm kind of like juggling if I want to do it or not. But I have been feeling this pull for some time in like the health and wellness field. And because that's a big part of my life and me and my healing and talking to you all and just wanting people to be better, wanting myself to be better. And so I think it's a space that I'm going to dive into as well. I am just allowing God to work through me however he sees fit. And so many other things have been happening lately, but I'm definitely just trying to go with the flow. I don't want to stress myself about anything. I don't want to put myself through any type of struggles right now. I don't. And it's crazy because my daughter today, she had this conversation with me. I swear, sometimes I feel like it all the time, but I feel like God comes through my kids. And he's like, sometimes she speak like a preacher, but in her own way. And she said something like, people are always trying to like make things happen, have all of these plans when sometimes God just wants you to go with the flow, like you all in his business. That's how she said it. Like you all in his business about what he has going on for you. and you're stressing and trying to make things happen and having all of these plans instead of you just going with the flow and allowing God to reveal what He has for you. And although I felt like she was shading me a little bit, I also understand, where she was coming from. And I also understand that that wasn't just a message for me. That was a message for a lot of other people. And I told her today, like, girl, you need to start your own TikTok. Like, she has this character going on. Harley too. Like, they have their own little characters, their own little things going on. And I'm just like, yo, like, go ahead and do it. Don't be like your mother, all scared to get on camera when I'm an actress. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I'm here. I'm here. I showed up. So yeah. I have been taking a lot of things into account lately of, what I want out of life, what I want to do, and taking myself seriously, because I spent a great deal of my life doing that and not really feeling like I was getting what I wanted out of it. So now it's like I'm having a balance. Like, I'm taking myself serious, but at the same time, I am trying to go with the flow. So many things I could be stressing and struggling with and worried about right now. And I'm just like, man, I don't want to, like, I don't want to struggle about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to deal with extra stuff right now. You know what I mean? So that's where I am, guys. Life has been what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say life is life, and it's been so hard and been challenging. I don't even want to put that out in the universe anymore. All I can say is, like, life has been teaching me the lessons that I need to learn. It's been showing up the way that it needs to show up for me so that I can become whom I am supposed to become. And I'm sorry about that, but I had a few issues with my device here. But yeah, so I think I finished my check-in. I just wanted you guys to know where I've been, what's been up with life, and all of those good things. Now, today, I'm doing something a little different. I have been getting, it's been some time now. I've been getting, like, questions coming through my inboxes, and I decided that I would answer a few of the questions today. And I'm pretty excited. I'm kind of nervous, like, I don't know what I'm gonna pick up. And I said that I'm gonna go with it, whatever it is. Some people left their names and where they were from, and some people didn't. Um, so we're gonna just see how it goes. So today is a Q&A. Let's see. Let's start with this one, I guess. How can an altered ego help a person succeed in life? How can an altered ego help a person succeed in life? I have a few of those. Altered egos? um, where do we start? Okay, so Shanelle Sara'Nita is my name. That's my real name. Sara'Nita is my middle name. Um, when I first started out in the entertainment business, I wanted to change my name. I changed it a few times. I had Shanelle Simone, this other crazy name, but this name actually stuck with me for other reasons. Carmen Shane LaRose, honey. And um, I thought, I didn't think of them as altered egos at the time. I thought of them as stage names. But then I realized that I was only giving myself those names because I was not confident in my own name, right? That's how it started for me, right? But then I realized that, so I dropped them. I remember when I dropped them, I kept changing my name, and what was crazy was when I went to meet people, it didn't feel like me, right? So I said to myself, if I'm going to use an alter ego, I'm going to use an alter ego name because just just because I might not be feeling like myself that day or something like that, right? Sorry, guys. And so that's what I decided to do. It has helped me. I can honestly say having an alter ego has helped me in um, during my time in the industry, going to different events. However, I still show up as Shanelle Sara'Nita at all times. I'm still Shanelle Sara'Nita. And sometimes I may have to walk in. Now, Chanel Williams, Nelly, um, they are all who I am, right? But sometimes I have to tap into certain parts of myself to show up for myself on that day. For instance, Chanel Serenita is a socialite. She's going to meet everybody. She knows how to network. She is outgoing. She's going to have a good time. Chanel has a good time too. Um, but Chanel Serenita shows up when Chanel can't. And sometimes Chanel, little Chanel, just want to be in her shell, just want to be home, maybe not feeling as confident today, or I may not be in a space that I want to be in today, right? But I have to go to an event. So Chanel has to turn Chanel Serenita on, and Chanel Serenita is glowing. She is ready for the camera, lights, camera, action. You know, that's where she is, right? Um, so yeah, for me, having an alter ego has helped me to move through different situations. Um, my other little alter ego, everybody can't know her. She's not for everybody. She's for that special someone. And she'll tell that special someone when she is coming out, okay? And she succeeds in that way as well. Okay? So, well, all fun and games, but yeah, seriously, like I personally don't see anything wrong with having an alter ego, um, because sometimes you need that to show up to be your best self, right? So yeah, that's that. Let's see, what's the next one? I'm scared. Let's see. Oh wow, okay. The neither one of them had names on them. Um, this person was anonymous or wanted to be anonymous. I knew who they were when they came through my DMs, but I give that option. Should you discuss with your child that you don't know who their birth father is, or if a stepfather comes in their life, excuse me, do you let them believe he is their father? That's a little tough. Um, that's a little tough. Should you discuss with your child that you do not know their father, their birth father, who their birth father is, or if a stepfather comes in their life, do you let them believe he is their father? Okay, I do know a situation like this. Um, this is my personal opinion. I would rather my child know, but this is my opinion. I want you to do what you feel like is best for you, and that's something you also have to pray on, because I truly believe in the power of prayer and in allowing God to um, clear your mind, clear your heart, cleanse your heart, and tell you what to do. You might need to meditate on that, because that's not something I want to say, do it. You know what I mean? And if that was me, I would tell my child. I would not tell my child at a very, very young age. I would give it a little bit of time, and then I would. And I say that because I would hate for my child to find out something like that from somebody else. I would. I would hate it, because it would feel like, to me, the trust is gone. And me and my children have a, I do tell my children almost everything. Some people may not agree with that, but I feel like it's not fair to a child to leave that type of information out from them. Like, what if something happens? Or they may need a donor. Now, if you don't know who it is, I get it. But I also just feel like at some point you should be honest with your child. I don't think it would be fair. I also don't think it would be fair to have another man to step in and lie with you. I don't think that that's fair. I think that it would be fair for that person to, hey, like, if that person wants to take the responsibility of taking care of the child, that's amazing. That's great. I could see that happening. I've seen that happen. Um, but I would always wonder as the mother how I feel. In a way, I feel like it's kind of selfish. And then I also am not in that person's shoes. So I would want to be compassionate and say, if I was in your shoes, I would tell my child. So that's that. But think on it. Think on it and make the right decision for you and for your child. Okay. Oh, another one. How do I grow a solid bond with my kids? I see that you spend a lot of time with your girls. I have been following you over the years, and you all seem to have a strong connection. I have two girls and a boy. Sometimes I am lacking in that area. This is from Jessica from Pensacola, Florida. Hey, Jessica. Girl, how do I build a solid bond with my kids? I know for me, it started in the womb for sure. When I was pregnant with both of my girls, I talked to them while they were in the womb. When I found out I was having my first daughter, I was sick to my stomach. I was not ready. I did not believe I was ready for a baby. I had all of these plans for my life. I had all of these things that I wanted to do. But once it settled in me that I had a human being growing in my body and I was going to be able to experience a new soul, and she or he would be able to explore me as a mother, I honestly changed my perspective. And it has been, for me as a mother, I love being a mother. My children drive me absolutely nuts a whole lot of days, but it's one thing I would never ever give up on. I love being a mother. And I remember when she was in my stomach, I told her, I said, all right, kid, it's me and you. Like, I don't know what the world is to bring. I don't know what's coming out of this. But all I know is no matter who comes and who goes, it's me and you. And I meant that from the bottom of my heart. And it has been that way. Yes, I've been married. I've had family. I've had, support. But at the end of the day, it's me and my girls. It's me and my girls. And one day they're going to grow up and go about their business. And I understand that. But that bond to me, I want it airtight. I do. For them to understand no matter who comes into our life, no matter if I fall in love again or whatever the case may be, I'm going to always keep my bond with my daughters. Um, and I fight for that. I work hard for that. I do. I will also say this. I bring my girls into my world. That's how it started. And they also bring me into theirs. So while they were both young, starting with Chloe Ray, I was heavy in acting and going to classes, and she was a theater baby. She was always like at rehearsals and things like that. And I kind of taught her how to read from my auditions. Um, I was taking acting classes, and when I first moved to Atlanta, it was just me at first, and then I went back and got Chloe Ray, and it was just me and her. And then her dad came down months later. And while she was there, I would always have like my whole film situation set up and my green screen. And she loved to be on camera. So she would get in front of the camera and, hey, my name is Chloe Ray, and this, that, and the third. And I would give her my sides, my audition pieces, and she would play the other character for me. So that was a part of her like learning how to read as well. And it also gave her a lot of personality. Um, so that was one way with her. Another way with her, I would say I was going for my real estate license at one time and I had her studying with me. And all of a sudden she was just like, oh my goodness, Ma, I really love this. I want to be a real estate agent. That was years ago. And she still has this, I want to be a real estate agent in her. And so I feel like that was a seed that I laid into her, that I planted into her, and it stuck, right? With Harley, excuse me, with Harley, I at a young age I taught her how to juice. So I have a juicer, and I would juice like cucumbers and lemons and beet juice and things like that. Two things happened with that. It made her start eating certain fruits and vegetables that she probably wouldn't eat, like beets. I love beets. They don't really care for beets, but Harley would eat the pulp from the beets, right? After she made my juice, she would literally eat the pulp because it was mixed with like oranges and other stuff. So she was getting nutrients from that. But she also started making juice. So I would have her to make my beet juices. She would make me this blueberry lemonade. It was so good. So I taught her that, how to do that. We would do things like go to an international market and we would find like different fruits and vegetables that we never tried before. So one of our favorites is, I always say it wrong. I think it's pronounced rambutans, but I say rambuntans. It's like a spiky fruit. When you peel it open, it looks like the inside of a grape. Well, I started bringing those home along with dragon fruits. We would go to the market, pick out different fruits that we've never tried, and go home and have a feast. And we would eat the different fruits and then talk about what we like and what we don't like, right? Other things, I just kind of always pulled them in. I would take them hiking with me. I'm an outside girl. I really like to be outside. So I would take them hiking with me. Just things like that. Like I kind of like pulled them in. And even with Harley right now, right? She probably don't want nobody to know, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. My baby has been working on a book. She likes to write, and her book is really good, really good. And I'm so excited and I'm so grateful as a mom that I sowed that seed into her. Like, I'm a writer. I love to write. And she asked me years ago, can she write this book? And I started it, but honestly, I never really took time to sit down and finish it because I had so much going on. But now she's 7. Y'all, she literally sits down and she writes her book by herself. And it's so fulfilling to watch her do that. Um and I don't know, like I just love that we all three of us, we may not have everything in common. Harley just brought that to my attention as she always do. But everything that we do have in common, we do together. And even if we don't, I love that we're pouring into each other. They teach me about things that I've never known about. Another thing that I do to build a bond with my daughters, I have we have check-in days. Our check-in days may consist of us sitting at I feel like I had this conversation before, but maybe not. I don't know. But our check-in days consist of us just sitting either in a group, or a lot of times we're having like a paint night or something where we're just chilling, like walking around, going for a walk or something of that nature. And each person will get a chance to speak, and we'll talk about how we're feeling. Like check in, like, what's up? How are you? Mind, body, spirit. I always say mind, body, spirit. How are you? And everybody has a chance to speak. Everybody has the chance to be honest. I give them that because I don't think it's fair for them not to be able to speak on how they are feeling. Although they're children, they are human beings and they should be allowed to speak, right? So we have check-in days. During check-in days, I might, find out what's going on in school, how they're feeling mentally, um, anything. I also ask them questions like, is there anything you feel like we can change at home? Anything that I can do differently as a mom? This is what I need from you. Because to be honest, like, I might say a lot of things. I might be fussing about something or whatever the case may be, and it gets through to them, but it don't. Because of course, because I'm fussing. But they're not doing something I need them to do. So that's why I'm fussing, right? But that gives us the chance to open ourselves up. Harley is really good at speaking her mind. She's always been that way. But the other day, something that I watched her do, her sister, she was mad at her sister for whatever reason. And she said, when you talk to me this way, and then I don't know if it was me or her, Chloe Wright, I was just like, okay, we're not doing this today. And then she called me out on it. She was like, no, I am telling her how she made me feel. And I could only respect it, because why shouldn't she tell her how she made her feel? So she said, when you speak to me this way, it really bothers me and it hurts. And this is how you make me feel. And then she went on to how she felt. And I could appreciate that. But I could also appreciate that as a mother, I give her the space to do that. So that is another thing. I do allow my children to have an opinion. Some people may not agree with that. I do agree with that. Because you know what? To be honest, my children have shown me a lot about myself that I may have not learned otherwise. And that's the God honest truth. They have shown me so much about who I am as a person. They have given me messages that I needed. And if I did not have them to give me those messages, no telling where I would be. You know what I mean? Okay, make sure it's still good. um, so I am very, very appreciative of those moments. Um, yeah, let's see. So we have check-in. I let them have an opinion. Oh, one more thing for parents that maybe have multiple children. Mommy and me day. Now, mommy and me day can sometimes become challenging because we have our own lives. I know for me, so much that I'm trying to do, so much that I'm trying to accomplish, and sometimes it's hard, right? But me and my girls spend a lot of time together. But mommy and me day is a separate situation. It's for me to have time with each child alone. This really works. For Harley, because she's the youngest, she's never really experienced me by herself, and I have to be aware of that. That she came in to a household where there was another sibling who's older than her, and I would hear her out when she say things like, "I feel like I never had time with you." Or when Chloe Ray was little, she literally pulled me and her dad into the bathroom and had a family. She called a family meeting. It was like, listen, I know we have a new baby. She was like 5. I know we have a new baby, but I feel like I'm not getting any attention, and I need some attention too. So it started to like make me think, like, okay, I need to make sure that I'm giving my children their separate time with me, because I know that that's important to them. It would not be fair otherwise for me to just give attention to Harley all the time and not give Chloe Ray any attention, or vice versa. So for mommy and me days, I let them choose. It's usually once a month, one weekend per month, and they can choose their day. They might flip a coin for it or whatever. And during that day, we do whatever that kid wants to do. I usually have to have it planned so that I can have it in my budget, whatever the case may be. If you have more children than just 2, you may have to split a day, or you may have to do what I do sometimes. I might not be the best. This might not be the best advice, but I have taken my kids out of school. Like I have had ditch days. Like, okay, we don't have a ditch day today. That I make it known, no, this is not something that you do by yourself. But sometimes we have a ditch day. I might pick a kid up and we might go to a movie or we might whatever. But I do that because I want them to still feel some type of something special with me, just a memory with me. So to me, that's important. I don't know. Um. So yeah, Jessica, thank you for that question. That is literally the best advice that I could give you. I literally skipped over a whole situation on my other recording, but that's probably the best advice that I could give you there. And I hope that it helps. Let's see. Okay. This person didn't leave a name. I have been in a toxic relationship. Oh, God. Okay. I have been in a toxic relationship for 6 years. It went from us calling each other names in a playful way to being to being pure disrespectful during arguments. To fighting and now I feel like to fighting and now I feel like it's mental and emotional abuse because I stopped but he hasn't. I love him and envision a future, but I feel like I should walk away. What should I do? Okay, I'm going to say this. Number one, what I have learned because I started in a relationship, my longest relationship, my only real relationship was the one with my ex-husband. And although, there was passion and there was love there was a lot of toxicity. There was a lot of codependency. There was a lot of I don't know. There was a lot of that. Um, when you start off a relationship like that, whether it's playful or not, like it's not playful to be like be da 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 da. Whether you're talking to your man or whether he's talking to you, if that's not something that you want in the future, don't start it. Don't start a relationship a way that you don't want it to be later. The goal is to build and make things better and to get better. And I feel like if you start off a relationship with being called out of your name or him or you calling him out of his name, you'll get comfortable. You get comfortable and it keep happening over and over again. And you like, I don't want this to happen. I don't want us to be this couple, but that's how we started it. Right? So it's really hard to pull back from those type of things because now we're comfortable with calling each other out our names. Now we're comfortable with fighting. And because I know this so well, I'm telling you, you 6 years in, you guys aren't married. I mean, you didn't mention that you were married. Um, I don't know if you've had the conversation, but if you have not, have the conversation when there isn't an argument. Go out to eat, whatever. Babe, look, this is something we've been doing for some time, and I think it's time for us to stop. It's not helping us. Um, we're arguing, and when we argue, it turns into a fight. If we can't change this, I don't want it. You have to set up your boundaries. It can't just be, oh, I stopped. No, this is what my expectations are from you, and this is what I hope that you would expect from me. I'm going to respect you as my man, as a man, and I'm looking for you to do the same. Because I'm telling you, it's hard to pull back and pull out of those type of situations. And then on top of that, it becomes so normal that when you move on to another relationship, you're doing the same thing. And then that's when you realize there's trauma there. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you from experience, not from something that I'm thinking about. No, it's from experience. Don't start something that you don't want to consistently. You don't want your life to consistently be about. I've seen it in other relationships, and I've also dealt with it within my own relationship. Let me see. I understand that you envision a future, But if it will be consistent and it doesn't stop, I'll say, see what happens. Um, it has been 6 years, but if you spoke up and it hasn't changed, babe, all I got for you is walk away. I'm not going to tell you to stay in anything that you feel does not suit you, but you also can't play a part in this if this isn't something that you want. You got to step out of it as well. And if you're saying that you have stepped out of it, then at this point you got to do what you feel like is best for you. That's all I can tell you. Um, Give me one moment. Okay, let's see. So I have another one. Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. This one says, I know his friends are off limits, but are mine? I listen. His friends are definitely off limits. If you guys are not together, whether you're together or not, I don't. That's what I don't condone. I don't think that you should ever go after your ex's friend, and especially if it was a real relationship. If y'all were just, seeing each other every once in a while, and you're like, oh, it didn't work out, it wasn't real. Then I mean, I don't think I really care. I would care, but if this was a real relationship, then no, his friends are definitely off limits. Your friends, that's a little touchy for me because I'm not gonna lie. I have had relations with a friend. With Yes, I have. And I'm not now, it did not happen during my relationship at all. It actually happened years after it was done with, but or when I was not with this person. But I'm not gonna say that I regret it. I don't regret it. And I don't and the only reason I can say that I don't regret it, I'm being very vulnerable right now, but I'm not gonna say I regret it because at the moment I think it was just an itch I wanted to scratch. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I never entertained it or entertained anything with that person during my relationship. But when it happened, it happened. You know what I mean? It just did not happen during that time. So that's another one that I'm like, I don't know. That's up to you. But I will tell you this: if it does come with consequences, it does and then I don't know because if you're gonna get back with the guy that you were with before and he knows this person, then maybe not, right? Because and I'm saying this because you know that it's still something there, right? If there is nothing there, you don't owe loyalty to him. That's just me. If there's nothing there anymore and you guys have moved on with your life, you don't owe loyalty to him. You don't owe him anything. But if you know that there's a possibility of this happening again and you guys getting back together, I would say no. Don't touch it. Don't touch it because I'm telling you, when he finds out, it's not cute. It's ugly. Okay. Um, that's me. That's my opinion. Again, I'm gonna drink some tea on that one. I'm gonna drink some more tea. That there, I don't think I wanted to pull that out of the bag. Let's see. We have two more. What advice would you give to your 20 something self? I wonder if this is a 20 something person. um, what advice? Oh, Harley is right here, but yes, Harley. I'm almost done. All right, go ahead. I'm almost done, please. This is why I need a studio. This is why I need a studio. I'm on. I'll be with you in a second. Go. Go ahead back. I'm almost done. That's Harley, y'all. Okay. What advice would you give to your 20 something self? Let's say my early 20s, I want to say run. But I can't say that because I got two blessings. So I would definitely say focus on you. Stop worrying so much about how things are going to work out. Stop worrying about what he has going on, what everybody else has going on. Stop worrying about what people would think about you. Do you. And you know what's crazy? I was just talking to Chloe Ray about this the other day. My mother-in-law, that's one thing that I still appreciate from her. I remember she pulled me out of my husband's room when we were young, when we were teenagers. And she said, listen, I can see where this is going. And I want you to remember to always do you. Put your focus in you. And I don't think I really did the best at taking her advice. I don't think I ever took it because I put a lot of his, you know, feelings before my own. Not just that, I took the focus off of my future and focused on what we were going to do together. And I don't think that's a good idea at all. I don't. I think that it's a bad idea. I think that in my 20s, I would definitely tell myself to focus on you, Shanelle. Put your plans in motion, get out of your head, be confident in who you are, and go after what you want for real. And have fun. Have fun. I told y'all I spent a lot of time not really enjoying myself. I was always going after something, right? But I feel like I could have still went harder and still could have enjoyed myself. I would also say save. Put a way to invest. Put a way to buy yourself your own home. Buy yourself a duplex, girl, and rent it out. Some more advice that I should have took. My mechanic told me that when I was like 20 and I didn't listen. um, but yeah, that's the advice that I would give to myself. Do you focus on you? Get your mind, body, spirit in order and have a good time with life because those 20 somethings only come around one time. You only got one time. Have a good time, girl. And be single. Be single and mingle a little bit. Don't be all caught up in a relationship. Okay, this is the last one. This one doesn't have anybody's name on it either. But it says, why did you cut your hair? Okay, so I have my hat on. I'm gonna put it back on because I love my LA hat. But here is my haircut. I just got this cut today, right? Now, usually my hair is like a platinum blonde. Um, it's usually a little longer, but today I went in and I was like, cut it off. I want it all gone. And I love it here. I do. I love it here. Um, the reason, look, I'm always looking at myself in the mirror, girl. I love my haircut. The reason I cut my hair, I had been feeling a pull on a change, right? When I moved to LA, I still had so much stress. Um, and I knew I needed a change. My hair will tell me like it's time for a change. It's time for a change. I can feel the pull. I even get bad headaches. So I'm gonna tell y'all. I was going through some things, with my ex. I was in this new city, and I was like, I just want a new everything. I want new identity. I want to feel sexy. I want to feel rare. I am rare. I want to feel edgy. I just had all of this that I wanted for myself. And I could feel the change within me happening. And I was like, this, I always had like, I always wore my hair in a wrap. Now I've tried other colors. I've been blonde before. I've had a shortcut before. I've been auburn. I've been red, but I never really felt like I feel right now, girl. Like I feel like a grown ass, sexy ass woman, and I love it here. I absolutely love it here. I feel unapologetic. I feel seen by me. I'm not even talking about other people. I feel seen by me. And the day that I cut my hair, I was having headaches for like weeks at a time, migraines, like in the back of my head, everywhere. And I would like massage my temple, my occipital bone, just like where are these headaches coming from? I'm leaving the dentist one day, and I was like, I'm gonna pick my girls up and I'm going to the salon and I'm cutting my hair. I walked in, my homeboy Corey was sitting in the back doing his clients, and he was like, "Girl, what are you about to do?" Like, I'm about to cut my hair. I had my hair in a ponytail, and my hair was like long, bouncy. I had body. My hair was hair and body was body and all that, right? And I had noticed though lately, like since I had been in LA, my hair was not being itself. Like it wasn't as bouncy. It was very straight and blah. It looked stringy some days. It just was not doing what it did. So I sat at my chair in the salon. I sat at my chair and I cut the ponytail off. I have the video. Cut the ponytail clean off. I shaped it up in the back myself, cleaned it up, taped it up, all of that stuff. Had some long hair here, went in, notched it up, gave it some layers. Girl, that thing was fire. You hear me? Fire. Okay? It looked so good. And I felt good. And I was like, damn, I love this. This is it. I was throwing it around here, throwing it around there. And instantly, y'all, I'll lie to you not, instantly my headaches were gone. Instantly. And I knew what it was. I was carrying around so much bad old energy in my hair. Hair holds energy. Believe it or not, it holds energy. And there is a moment in every woman's life when you know it's time for a change and you need to cut your hair or you need to change it in some kind of way. And when you make that change and you feel like, girl, this is what I needed. This is what I needed to come back around and find myself. I tell y'all, I have not felt so good. I have my ups and downs, even in my house, dealing with my daughters and fussing with them some days or just not feeling pretty. But I'm telling y'all, when I go and get that hair done, that cut, I go and get that platinum, that blonde, I feel like Shanelle. I feel like I am finally being Shanelle. I'm not worried about what people think. I used to care so much. I'm gonna tell you, I used to care so much when I went to like auditions, how, I wanted to look like the all American girl. Long hair, my real hair, because everybody was in love with my real hair. Like, your hair is so pretty, it's natural, it's this, is that. People, men especially, like, I would walk into like gas stations. Oh my God, your hair is so pretty. It's your hair, isn't it? I hate that question. But I loved my hair too. But there came a moment when I knew it was time for a change. And I was not going to allow anybody to stop me from making this change. Like I said, I would go into like casting calls and things like that. And I would care because I would want to look like what they wanted. Y'all, I just landed my first agent. My first agent. And the first thing he said was that your look is fire. That was the first thing he said to me. And I was so happy to hear that because I spent so much time, y'all. When I would go to auditions, I got to make sure my hair is straight. It got to be bouncy. It got to be da 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 da. It got to be this, that, and the third. And he was like, You don't look like everybody else. That made me so happy because all I cared about was looking like everybody else. And now I don't. And I love it. I used to care about covering up. I'm a mom now. I got to cover my body up. I got to do this. No, the cleavage is out today because I felt like it. The cleavage is out today, okay? Because I felt like it. Do I still make sure I hold an appearance for myself? Yes, I do. Do I go crazy with it? No, I don't. But at the same time, I wanted to feel like me. I want, like, whether it's long hair or short hair, this is what I needed to indulge into Shanelle, who Shanelle Sara'Nita is. I need to show up like this right now. I need to be okay with however I look. And I wanted to be okay with not having hair. My daughter had 20 inches of hair that she locked up, y'all. She locked her hair up. And you know what she told me? It's just hair. I am not my hair. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, if she could do that, why can't I cut my hair off? Why couldn't I do something different for myself, right? She's taking her locks out now, but she wants something different. But she told me, telling me that it was inspiring for me. So I did what I had to do, cut it off. And it feels damn good. So, so yeah, that's the reason that I cut my hair. I thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of me and my craziness on the Queen's Corner. And I appreciate you all for tuning in every chance you get. And I hope that you are sharing the episodes with someone. I hope that it's coming up on your For You page. I hope that I'm trying to get the views up, and I have been, a little off a little bit. I've been, I told y'all I've been doing some other things, but I'm still showing up the best that I can. And I appreciate you and I love you. And please tune in. Right now, I'm taking a little break from social media, but please still like, subscribe, and follow the YouTube channel, The Queen's Corner Podcast. And please go and follow The Queen's Corner Pod on Instagram. I am working on a, Patreon page. I haven't gotten it up yet. I have some other ideas. You guys know 2024 is coming. And I just want to take this time right now to kind of align, get in tune with myself, allow God to tell me what He needs me to do, not think too much, get some rest, focus on my daughters, and come back the next time like I got some sense. You know what I mean? Get myself together. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I hope that you are enjoying the show and the content that I am getting out there. I love you, and I will see you on the next episode of The Queen's Corner. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to another fire episode of The Queen's Corner. Please like, subscribe, and share with another queen. Love you, girl.